So here I have a FlashForge 3D printer, and the filament keeps on getting jammed. You can see that how it works is when you push this down, it has two gears right here. One is to the servo, and you can see that I think those teeth are getting a little bit dirty, but this will make it so that when you put it down, it'll feed through the little hole that goes to the extruder. And for some reason, I don't know if it's clogged in there or something, that it can't pull this in. We can pull this whole assembly off, and we can see, as we suspected, the nozzle has broken off some of the filament, and it was getting in the wrong place. It was getting pushed down in the side here, so we have some bits and pieces. So I guess what was happening was, when the filament was being fed in, it wasn't pushing down right here, it was pushing right here, and it was getting jammed. It's getting jammed in there, and it wasn't pushing this filament. So we had to remove that small guy right there. It's kind of hard to get that. What I'm thinking is I could blow some hot air there to soften that, and then pull it out with some tweezers, because tweezers don't have enough strength. Or I could use a razor blade and then just cut off that, so that when this goes in, it kind of pushes more on the top. Not too sure what idea is going to work. Okay, I'm gonna have to get some bigger tweezers to get that out. So what I was able to do is, just using my tweezers, I just kind of went into there and broke it off flush. That way, when it's feeding in, this kind of funnels it in, and you want it so that it could funnel and then push right on that head there, and hopefully that will fix it. Okay, so it does happen with some brittle filament that it can break off right at the head, and then the other one was just going in right beside it. It's a rare case, but it does get jammed in there. And what you can do, since that if it was getting stuck, you may have some residue on top of this gear, so you can be using some tweezers to kind of get rid of some of the filament that is blocking those gears, because this is going to feed it through as you push it down through there. Now we have to reassemble it, and so first I'm going to put on this bracket, and this bracket has 2 screws down here and 1 screw right here. So just get it in place here, and I'm going to put that screw in, this little screw right here. We'll put it right here. Okay, we'll screw it down right there. Then he has 2 little screw holes that go onto the bracket down in there. Just right down in here and right down in there. And those 2 bottom screws are the silver one right here. I was able to get in using some tweezers and the screwdriver right here. because it is kind of down in there. Wants to reattach the stepper motor for the filament feeder, and this just goes in right here. There's this plastic part and there's two hex screws that go into here, so we just have to line it up just like so, and then down in the front is where the hole is for the hex screws. But it's right down in there. And we just twist this right here. Yep, getting nice and tight. Okay, now I'm going to reattach the fan. There's a screw down here and then two screws on either side right down over here. And the screws are the longer silver ones. Just like that. And there, yep. And then it's time to put the cables back on. And these are straightforward because there's only a 3-pin, 4-pin, and 2-pin, so you can't mix these guys up. So it's pretty straightforward. You just stick them in like that. For the fan, the servo, and then lastly is the 2-pin for the extruder fan. So, okay. Now the last step is to get the leveling servo motor. So I have the servo motor here, and it just sticks down in to right here. So it uses these black screws, and then this bracket just goes over that little clip, and then these go right down right there and right here, just like that. I'm going to leave off the top case just until we can verify that everything's working now. I'm going to heat it up and see if it pulls and if it works now. So we'll turn on the machine, see how it goes. Okay. So we want to click on filament, we're gonna load it. So the trick is to wait until it goes up to the max temperature before you start feeding it in. And we'll see if we can get some of the filament to protrude out there. So let's wait for it to heat up. Fans are working, good. So here goes nothing. I'm gonna feed it in. And look at that, it's coming. Look at that bead, that is beautiful. That's what we wanted to see. Okay, it's working. So we can hit done. Okay. Okay, I'm going to actually unload it and put the case back on. So this Let's let him do that. Okay, we got this out here. Now what you need for this repair is a T10 Torax, like kind of like an Allen key, a couple screwdrivers, a thin one, and I was using this one. It's a PH Phillip 2. Okay, so this is coming out. I'm gonna pull this out. Okay, so if your 3D printer's not working, the filament's not going in, and you tried everything, don't throw it away. Just try to open it up and see if there's a jam. Okay, so I'm going to load Okay, we'll try to load it in here. When it loads, if it doesn't come out like this, then you know there's a jam. All right, it's loading good, so we can hit done. Should just come out like that. Nice. And there we go, we're starting to print again. Back of business. I think also the issue is the filament's right beside the window, so the UV light, I think if the filament's not used in over a year or more, the filament gets brittle, and that can give you lots of trouble. Anyways, I'm gonna still use this, and if it does jam, now you know what to do. Thanks for watching this video. Hope it helped out. If you enjoy electronics or want to learn about how to fix electronics, consider subscribing, and I'll see you in the next video.